Hey guys, this video is going to be about the wraps, and I'm going to show you how to make them in a couple different ways and then talk to you about the ingredients like as usual, and then different ways to swap them out, how to stock up on them, whatever I can think of that would be relevant for you to know. So we've been talking about like raw food lunches, bento boxes this week, and now we're going to get into wraps. So wraps are a super simple meal that you can make in less than 5 minutes, and you can also make them ahead of time, like the night before or even a couple days before. They're not the best thing to meal prep though. So these are going to be like your go-to, have the stuff on hand. I got a 5-minute meal, I didn't have time to meal prep, but if you have the stuff on hand, then you can make a really healthy lunch. You can turn them into wraps, and then you can turn these into salads too, and then even like those kind of bento boxes. If you have a lot of if you buy different kind of tomatoes, instead of a fresh tomato, you could buy the cherry tomatoes, peppers, avocado, chicken, all that stuff can be turned into a bento box too. So it's all about kind of stocking up and just getting the main foods that you love, you like to have all the time, and then just learning how to use it in different ways. So let's start with a regular wrap. I'm going to show you the lettuce wrap. With the wraps, you want to start with a tortilla shell. If a wrap is something that you're going to be eating once in a while, the tortilla shell, I would not say to be super picky about what, the brand, and just like going through like buying these super expensive wraps. If it's something you just eat, like I said, once in a great while, just pick a wrap that you like, that has mostly clean ingredients. And if it's something that you're going to be eating on the regular every day, you love these, you're going to be eating all the time, I would definitely make sure that you are finding the healthiest, best wrap for you that you like, just because it's something you're putting in your body every day, and you want to make sure it's the healthiest option. So yeah, just make sure you do your research, clean label. You want to look for wraps that are high in fiber. Some of these are like 180 calories. You can get a low carb wrap. A lot of times when you're buying low carb and health food packaged, you really got to watch what they put in it. So that's just about starting to read those food labels and looking at the ingredients list. So and then getting to know your company brands, because typically if a company makes one healthy food that you know is clean label, they'll generally make most of their food is going to be follow suit. Okay, so this wrap is going to be a ranch wrap. So you got your tortilla shell, and I make these for my kids all the time. And there's so many different ways you can make a wrap, but this is just like a basic. And then you're gonna put your spread on the bottom, and there's like 4 or 5 spreads that I typically rotate out. So this is the other thing, you want to make sure you kind of start paying attention to what spreads you like. So instead of mayo, mayo is high in calorie and it does have a lot of processed extra stuff that your body doesn't need, you can get an avocado mayo, but still it's not as clean as just the whole avocado, or just making your own mayo. I know that's time consuming. If it's once in a while thing, totally, mayo is fine. If it's something you eat a lot of, then you can batch prep like a clean ranch at the beginning of the week, because then you can use that ranch in other things, like just dipping your veggies in on your wraps, or I don't know, on other foods in another meal for the week too, so it's not going bad. And then you can also buy clean store-bought ranch too. So like from Thrive Market has a lot. Meyer has some clean brands in the produce section too. So just make sure that you kind of stick with those same principles. So then you get your clean ranch, and you're gonna put it on the bottom of your tortilla shell. And this is what I always do. So I'm trying to explain it as I go, but I'm just such a habit of doing it. So yeah, so I just do a spoon, and then I just literally spread it all over the shell. You can use as much as a little as you want. Give it a good base. So then you can do, whatever kind of protein you want. Today we're just gonna use chicken. So I just pan fried some chicken with some seasonings, put that on there. I would normally put a little bit more, but I only did 1 breast. So, so you got your chicken, and typically about 3 to 4 ounces would be a good serving 3/4 of a cup. You can go with that route. Is a good serving of chicken and then a good source of protein. Then load it up with any kind of veggies that you love. Tomatoes, get your greens on there. Sliced avocado gives you some good healthy fats. And then you can put pickles, onion, your diced onion, diced peppers, and some greens, which I gotta grab out of the fridge, so. And you can load them up with whatever you want. You can put salt, pepper on this. So this is a balanced meal because you got your good fiber from all the veggies. You got all those nutrient foods. It is clean. There's no, you know, aside from the wrap, it's like 90% clean food. And then good source of protein too. And it literally takes you 5 minutes and it's so refreshing. So then, I kind of tuck everything in the center, roll the sides up, kind of like you would do a burrito. And then can you see that? Okay. Then roll everything back, kind of tuck it in, and roll and go. So for this one, I wouldn't cut it until I was eating it, just so everything kind of tucks in there. But there is your wrap. And there you go. So super healthy meal, 5 minutes. So let me show you how to do the lettuce wraps. So the benefit of having a lettuce wrap is you're cutting out the carbs and the calories from the traditional wrap. And also though, so yes, it's lower carb, but you're also, cutting out the wheat. So there's no, it's just an unprocessed meal. So if you're trying to eat a little bit more gut friendly, a lettuce wrap is perfect. That's why I love these. It's just super raw food, clean meal. So you want to start with green leaf lettuce is the best lettuce I found to do these lettuce wraps. And you wash them and then pat them dry. What I do is I kind of spread them all out. You want about 4 or 5 leaves of lettuce, and then rinse them, pat them dry. You can let them sit if you have a little time. You can let them sit on the counter and dry a little bit more. Okay, so then we're gonna fan the lettuce. Like I did a couple red and a couple green. And then you're gonna make sure they don't have any holes in them and just kind of fan them out on overlapping each other. And then you're gonna take the other ones and flop them. See this one this way? Flop it the other way, and I'll show you. Okay, so it's all like layered on top of each other. That is the key, so nothing falls through. And then you can do your ranch if you want, or you can do hummus is a great option, a healthier swap to mayo as well. And then I did smashed avocado as my dressing on here. So it's good healthy fats, it's really creamy. If you love avocado, you would love it like this. And you can fancy it up if you have a little more time. You can do salt, pepper, cilantro, lemon. There's so many things, but this is just simple. So spread it on your lettuce. Then pile it up with your this stuff. So chicken is gonna be our protein again here. You could also do, if you're doing meatless, if you want an even simpler dish, a little bit faster, you could do canned chickpeas, garbanzo beans, or black beans is really good. You could do like a black bean and corn one. Fajita. Okay, so we got our avocado, our chicken. We're gonna do those diced peppers again. Onion, tomato. Let's layer those on. And then hopefully I can show you how this rolls up really well. Okay, so then you take your wrap and you just fold it in and up, kind of snaps a little. You can leave it like this and just put it in your bowl that way, or you can continue to roll it depending on how much toppings you put in there. And then everything should stay nice and snug right inside there. So yes, it's a little, we didn't need that guy. But there is your lettuce wrap. If you are making this ahead, you would wrap it in parchment paper. Just make sure the parchment paper obviously doesn't go inside. So you're just doing the outer edges of it. And there you have it. It's a lettuce wrap. It's so good. And low carb. So then once you kind of figure out how you like your wraps, those healthier swaps. You're like, okay, well, hummus is a good swap. Avocado, I could smash it, or I could just slice it on there. You can do a clean ranch. You could pick another dressing that you like, a clean dressing. So just kind of always thinking ahead. You're like, okay, next week I'm gonna make wraps. What is my dressing gonna be? Because obviously you're gonna want a dressing. Unless you don't, I mean, you don't always have to have a dressing, but typically that's the thing that holds us up, is we put these unhealthy dressings on our salads and wraps and stuff, so. And then your veggies, and just having the things on hand, especially like green leaf lettuce, that's not something you can, you know, stock up on. So buying that at the beginning of the week, your fresh veggies, your favorite cheeses, just makes it a lot easier. So I think that's it for the wraps. You know, different proteins. We talked about your chicken, your beans. You can do like turkey is a good option. You can do ground turkey or chicken, and you could just do bacon and add nuts and seeds if you want to also. So, okay, I hope you guys enjoy these, and I'll send a couple different recipes that I love in the packet as well. And as always, let me know if you make them, take pictures. I love seeing those and how they turned out for you.